As a poet, she was open-hearted and loving and greeted the world with great affection. And it was almost like watching a movie of who your mother is, and you can't relate to a movie, you can only react to it. And that's a lot of what happened to me growing up, because her brain was so involved with this creative force that I think kind of overwhelmed her. I didn't hold it against her, but I felt sad that I couldn't have that direct connection. And years later, when I read more of her poems in her book, there were whole sections of one book that were all about poems about Kabbalah, and I had never read them, and I never knew they were there. In that case, the Kate was somewhat damaged, wasn't it? And I don't know why, and I really think a lot about it, and I think, when I think about my mother, I think about how hard it was for her to be in America with the ticket that could have saved her family. And she got freedom, and they were lost. And I was born at the end of the Great Depression, and my mother used to refer to me as the Krisis Mädele, the crisis child. Like with me arriving, the crisis would be over, and I would be there to, as a new dawn, which is the way one of her poems about her pregnancy with me expresses itself. I was this dawn child. Bald Mädele. She almost had to pull it back almost to Genesis to free herself from something that got in her way because of that rupture of the line of her leaving her family, who she didn't realize until later how dependent she was on them and what a loss it was for her. And somehow I understood that, because otherwise I probably would have been angry. I'm not angry. I'm just very sad about this.